Let's talk about healing. A lot of the topics on this particular YouTube channel, I mean, it is not something that people jump up and down about. You don't do cartwheels, but these topics are important to me because they are part of who I am. They come from a place where I wasn't always here. I didn't wake up one morning and become this person that people say that, is a remarkable person. I had to grow into that person. I had to want it in order to become it. Today, let's talk about healing. Healing begins when you stop lying to yourself. Healing begins when you choose to tell yourself the truth. Healing begins when you recognize the importance of healing for you as an individual outside of everybody else. A lot of times people come to me and they want to heal, but a lot of times that healing is contingent upon somebody else being involved in the healing. How many of you recognize that healing is not about the other person? The other person can benefit from the fact that you're going to heal, but healing is really about you. Healing is about a spiritual cleansing, a spiritual consciousness, becoming aware of who you are inside and out. A lot of us look in the mirrors and we look at our external appearance and we think, hey, that's it. You know how many times I've met women or men who take very good care of their external selves? The nails are done or manicured, they wear the best clothes, the hair is done right or the best wig, whatever makes you happy, you do it. But so many people present this image of perfection. And on the inside, they're hurting or on and that inside hurt always spills out on the outside. There's no way that you can contain your pain. There's no way that you can restrict your pain or stop it from spilling out when it is meant to. It's like a garbage can. You put all the garbage in a garbage can and you're too lazy to go and empty the garbage can, so you put the lid on the garbage can, you try to compress the garbage inside the garbage can. It doesn't work. The garbage will spill over because it is too full. It has not been attended to. The same is true of you and your pain and your situation and everything that you've gone through, whether it's in your childhood, whether it's as a young adult, whether it's as an adult, because at every different point in our lives, we can hurt. We can hurt because we're human, and human beings are prone to pain. And that pain comes from emotion. And a lot of us have not dealt with our emotions. That's one of the reasons why I started this channel, for my clients and also for people who are interested in helping to resolve their own issues. Yeah, there's self-help books, there's videos, there's seminars, there's all kind of information out there. And one of the things that Spirit shared with me recently is that we are all light bearers. Everyone that is trying to disseminate information and help us grow and help us become better, we're all doing the same thing. We all want the same outcome. We want people to be in a better place. We want people to be whole. How can you become whole? First, you need to recognize, one, that you're lying to yourself. Two, you need to recognize that the process of disenfranchisement or the process of being fragmented is real. How many of you realize that you have so many different personalities? In psychology, they talk about multiple personality disorders. But the truth of the matter is that you can have a lot of different personalities to deal with your drama or your trauma. Let me say this again. It can be drama, dramatic, or it can be traumatic. And a lot of us have not dealt with those things conclusively. A lot of us walk around with pain. It's like every time you meet someone, you don't see the accumulated band-aids on their hand or wherever their pain is. But if they when they get home and they pull up their sleeve, there's nothing but band-aid on top of band-aid on top of band-aid, because most of us ignore the truth. The truth is that we need to stop putting on band-aids. We need to rip that band-aid off and we need to deal with the pain or whatever is causing us pain. Yeah, the truth is that healing cannot start until you recognize where you are. If you don't know where you are, how can you address the issues that you have? Psychology is a very important thing. A lot of us are coming into the knowledge of self and understanding ourselves, and it's a psychological process, but more importantly, it's a spiritual process. Spiritually, we have to get to a place where we accept that we are greater than our circumstances, that we are greater than the things that we've encountered in the past or the things we will encounter in the future. It seems like a simplistic notion, but it's not that simple, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be here talking, and all these other people on YouTube and all these other psychologists and motivational speakers and everybody wouldn't be trying to reinforce this. And I think that's how we learn as human beings. We learn through reinforcement. You know, we learn by hearing the same thing over and over, but more importantly, by telling ourselves the same thing over and over. Fragmentation is real. There is such a thing as spiritual fragmentation, where you have broken into so many pieces and you're shattered that you don't know where to go to find the pieces, or the pieces are right there and you don't know how to put them back together. Here is how I did it. I stopped lying to myself. I told myself I'm a hot mess. Girl, you're a hot mess. And you know, the mess that you creating it is frustrating, it is tiring, and it just goes on and on. It's a constant pattern that you cannot seem to find an end out of. If that's you, then you understand what I'm talking about. It's like every day is the same, but in your mind you desire to have a different outcome. The different outcome lies with you, recognizing that you hold the power. The power is in your hand. I always mention He-Man. For a lot of people don't know who He-Man was if they're my age, but they do. But a lot of younger folks might not. But He-Man always said, I have the power. We possess the power to transform ourselves, the power to transform our lives, the power to transform our environments around us. I have never yet encountered an environment that has the power over me. One of the most famous and popular sayings I've ever heard in my life is, you know that you've arrived at your final destination of self actualization when you no longer are influenced, but you become an influencer. And that's a word people are throwing around today. I'm an influencer. You're an influencer, but do you know how to control yourself? Because that's the only way you can influence others. If you understand who you are, what you are, and why you are the way you are. Healing starts here. It starts here right now, today. I know this is a shitty world. We've all gone through a lot of crazy stuff, and we all encounter a lot of stuff that is really technically designed not to break us, but to build us, to mold us, to shape us, to prepare us for something greater beyond this realm. Don't get fixated on where you are. Don't get fixated on where you've come from. Dig your way out. Dig a tunnel and make sure that the tunnel is going upwards, not downwards. Again, fragmentation is real. I want to talk about this more. I want to talk about how spiritual fragmentation occurs. And I'm telling you right now how you can stop the process before we can even address the process. Let's stop by lying to ourselves. If it looks like a horse, it talks like a horse, it walks like a horse, chances are it's a horse. Stop trying to convince yourself that it's a lion. My name is Ingrid Felton. As always, thank you for coming in today to the YouTube channel. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking the videos and sharing the videos with others. I want to continue doing this for as long as I'm here in this realm. And I hope that you will continue on this journey with me, a journey towards self-growth, self-actualization, and more importantly, making our environments a better environment for us to be in. Thank you. Bye.